Day to be a Razorback, man. When you get a chance to bring all the former players back in, we had today 300 plus, and their families out here, and had a chance to address them just a few minutes ago in the weight room as they were eating, and just let them know how excited we are to have them back home. And I shared with them that there's something special that's happening here. It's happening one day at a time. And with their help and locking arms together, we can get this thing back right. And it was great to see them in attendance. I know they got a chance to see the scrimmage and bring their families out and bring their kiddos out. And it was great to see. We got some really good work in today. Got out healthy for the most part, outside just a little, probably a few little bruises here and there. But anytime you can get some great work like we did today, and some of the conditions that we got a little bit steamy there toward the end. I didn't think that we. As it got a little hotter, we've got to learn to keep pushing through and doing the little things right. And so that was one of my main focal points right there at the end, of just doing the little things right. It's the small things. It's getting on and off the field. It's being attentive and when coaches are talking. It's how we get on the sidelines and sit down and make adjustments. It's the little things that are going to get us through. And those are some things we got to continue as a coaching staff to address and stay on top of these guys. But, I've said this has probably been the best week we've put together. Outside of the motivational Monday or whatever day it was, they've responded, and we've stacked good days on top of good days. And I've been really, really pleased to see that. Got a lot of young guys, some reps in today. Saw several plays being made today by again, Joe Fouché continues to show up. He's a guy I've talked about all camp long, and you kind of expect a freshman at some point maybe to hit a wall and struggle a little bit, and Joe just keeps pushing through. Had a big interception today. Santos Ramirez had an interception in overtime. I thought he made some really good plays today. We've got to continue to work on some areas back there on our back end, and I think we had a couple missed tackles. But overall, he's pushing through and doing a good job leading that secondary. Him and Cam Curl. Cam had another solid day in limited work that they got. And then Davion McClure with an interception in a 2-minute situation. He's got to learn to get down in those situations. That's a coaching point that we'll continue to work with, but did a good job right there. We had some playmakers at wide receiver. I was looking to see that. Jordan Jones had a couple really nice catches and a touchdown, and Jonathan Nance had a touchdown. So we saw some really good things. We really did. I was pleased with it. It was kind of our first day to have all the communication, the sideline communication, kind of the game day feel of coaches in the box. And obviously, you hate to be split sidelines, and it takes a little time when you get some of your special teams to get from both sidelines to get guys back in. But we slowed down for that. But thought we could have. Thought we played fast at times. We got to continue. I thought we got into a groove offensively. The longer the scrimmage went, I thought we got into a better groove. I don't think we started as strong as I wanted to, but that comes with it. That's why we go through these scrimmages. So, but overall, I was pleased as we break camp tonight and get ready for school starting on Monday and kind of getting into our final dress rehearsal next Saturday night. But overall, I think this football team's in really good shape. I think that we have been very physical during camp. I think we've been very smart with them during camp. And just talking to the players as we walked off the field and, high-fiving with each other and just saying, Coach, we've had a great camp. And we feel that way. We do. We feel like there's 4 seasons that you deal with. You deal with fall camp season. You deal with your preseason, your conference season, and bowl season. And you attack each one. And so I think we've attacked fall camp extremely well and gotten plenty of good work out of it. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you.
Hey, Chad, you mentioned the 3 interceptions. So can you talk about maybe pass pro, what you thought of the offense, and go from there?
Yeah, I thought we had some breakdowns and some pass protections early on. And so we've got to continue to work that. I think that we put some what we call a ball in jeopardy or an impulse decision at quarterback at times. But that's why we come out and we do our scrimmages and we put them in these situations. The quarterbacks were not live. So some of the whistles that I blew to signify a quarterback being down, whether he was down or not, probably could have got out of a lot of them. But because I had them all protected today, I was quick with the whistle. So I wanted to see how they were going to respond.
Yeah, Chad, you said this was going to be more of a pass-heavy scrimmage. Mm-hmm. How do the quarterbacks do? Is there any separation? Do you feel like you're any closer to making a decision on that?
Yeah, I'll go back. We will, and we'll look at the film this afternoon. And I think some guys got pushed each other again today. I don't think coming straight out of the scrimmage, you just say one guy just stood out. Or didn't do as well as we thought. I mean, there wasn't anything in there that said he had a great day or in a bad day. I think that they were pretty consistent today, and I was pleased to see that with all of them today.
How difficult is it for these freshmen and even redshirt freshmen offensive linemen to be having to play on a varsity level this early?
Yeah, I've been extremely proud of these two young men. When you start talking about Noah Gatlin, and which is going to have a phenomenal career. I mean, he's a tough kid. I've said that all camp long. He's impressed us all. And for a guy like a true freshman to come in here and get as many reps as he's gotten says a lot about him. Says a lot about his mental toughness. I've been very pleased with Noah. Silas Robinson's another one, a young man that, again, just a true freshman, came in here and playing guard, and I mean, he's gotten a lot of reps. And, you would love to have the depth that they don't get that many, and you slowly bring them on. But we've tossed them on in there, and they've done a great job. And I'm very proud of both of these young men as they continue to grow and mature, and they've got a great future here.
I was going to write something on the DNs with Randy Ramsey out. Can you talk about who's been playing well, who's been getting reps with the ones and stuff? And what's Dorian Gerald, do you think he's going to be able to help you out?
I think let's start with Dorian first. I think Dorian is got to continue to get into shape. Dorian will go really good for 2 or 3, 4 plays, and we've got to continue to play more than that. I can't go 3 plays and pull you out. So he's got to continue to get in shape. We knew that coming in. He's going to be a really good football player for us. And he knows, and he would be the first to tell you, Coach, I got to continue to get into shape, especially only being here over about the last 3 weeks. Randy has been out. We'll get him back on Monday. Jamario Bell's gotten a lot of work. Cortrey Alexander's another young man, a true freshman from Owasso that's about the last 5 practices. You've really seen Cortrey doing some good things and growing and maturing. I mentioned a little bit about Jamario. Michael Taylor's another one that's been getting a lot of reps and a lot of work. And then on the other side, Gabe Richardson. I think Gabe has had a solid camp. And very pleased with him. A young man another true freshman that we're excited about is Nick Fullwilder. I mean, this guy's, he is an absolute giant, and a young man that eventually is not there yet, as most freshmen aren't, but boy, he's got a tremendous upside, and he's figuring this whole thing out. But overall, I'm pleased with where we're at with it. We've got to continue to push when we get tired. That's my message to our coaches. That's our message to our team. Is when the hotter the better. That's got to be our mindset. The tougher the conditions, the better we play. And we've got to get that. And how does that happen? It happens by doing the little things right.
A couple of weeks ago, you said Jalen Merrick was going to have some testing and done and stuff. Have you gotten any results back from that, and do you think he's going to be able
from who? I'm sorry.
Jalen Merrick. Is he going to be able to return and contribute this year?
Well, as of right now, we haven't gotten everything back yet, so we don't know. We're still waiting on that, and obviously we're preparing for game 1. As if something does happen, then we'll address that then and get him back. But right now, we don't have anything back yet.
Coach, 2 questions. How did things go with the running backs today, and also the kicking game? Anything decided there?
You know what? I've bragged on these running backs pretty much all camp. They've challenged each other, they've pushed each other, and I think that I've bragged on them enough that they might have started feeling a little bit better about themselves than we probably should in this point in camp. And I know Coach Traylor and the running backs had to have a little heart-to-heart and kind of get things back right on the sidelines and get their focus back right. I didn't think that we started strong at that running back position overall as a group. But I was proud to see how they respond, and that's what you can tell about a team and a position group is when you challenge them, how do they respond? And they did. They finished strong. We had a couple breakdowns and some protection that we gave up a quick whistle sack at the running back position, and we got to keep getting better at that. We got to put them in those situations, but they've had a really good camp. And they were challenged today, and they did some good things. Again, it was more of a pass emphasis scrimmage. We ran the ball still some, but I wanted to see them hold up in pass protection. So we got some really good film to watch with them. Oh, and our kicking game. I thought our kicking game today, I thought we punted the ball exceptionally well. This is probably the best day that I've seen us punt. We did some live punting. We did some pooch punting. I thought from our field goal unit, I thought Connor Limpert, again, did some really good things. We were live most of the day, and then we would go what I call one step. You know, we made them when we were live, and we missed a couple in some one step. So we've got to work on the consistency of that. But we got a lot of good work in from our kicking game, from our field goal unit, and our punt unit was our heavy emphasis today.
You mentioned a lot of guys a lot of freshmen are going to play, like Joseph Boucher and some others. The rule that they have now where you can play 4 games, I guess, at any point in the year, does that adjust your philosophy any on how many you play early, or how do you go about that?
It really does, yeah. You know, with us being able to play them in 4 games and still be able to redshirt them, those guys that we feel like that are ready right now to play, then they're absolutely, we're ready to have them in there and get them playing. And to see, are we committed to, after that 4th game, are we committed to saying, all right, we're all in with them, or at that point going, you know what, we thought they were more ready than they were in the first couple of games, and they're not, so let's hold them. Maybe they'll get ready later in the year. So be a lot of strategy that'll be involved there. And I know we got some guys, some of our freshmen, they're not ready right now, and we think they might be toward the end, but we'll wait and see. They need to continue to get what we call our power hour, and they need to continue to get into some scout team work and work on their craft. And so, you know, it'll be interesting to see how that works. But I definitely think it gives us an advantage, especially early in the year, playing at home, and so being able to have some depth early on.
Did TJ Hammond's practice? How's his ankle doing? And did Blake punt well, or who specifically punted well?
Yeah, I thought both Blake and Reed punted extremely well today. This is the first time I've seen them punt as well as they've done today in some live situations. So that was good. And then TJ did practice. He actually practiced yesterday, and was out there today and got quite a few reps in there today. So he was back out.
You said at the luncheon yesterday there might not be as many live snaps. Could you kind of give us an idea maybe how many live snaps and what kind of, was it all move the ball? Did you do red zone? How did the practice go?
We my plan going in, and usually, you know, you better have a backup plan. The plan going in was we were going to not have as long of a scrimmage, but we got into a little situation there kind of toward the middle of it that I didn't think that we were pushing as hard as we needed to push. So we had to continue to get some good conditioning work in, so we let the scrimmage go a little longer, which is good. They needed that. Someone to see how they would respond. We did do a lot of live work. We probably got about 140 plays in tonight. And so that was good. It was good to see and to be able to come out healthy and get some good conditioning work out of it.
In the nature of it, like move the ball?
Yeah, we did a lot. We did some red zone. We did some overtime. Actually, we did a 3rd overtime period to force you to have to go for 2. We did some backed up coming out, or if you're on the offense side of the ball, you call it going in the long way. So, you know, with the crowd noise behind us, and just see how we can get the ball on the back end line, get it off, punting from the back end zone. So some situational, not nearly as much situational stuff as we did last week.
Coach, I'm guessing next week you probably want to get a jump on like simulating a game week. And how does that work? Is it like Tuesday, Wednesday practices, lighter Thursday, walk through Friday, or how does that set up?
Yeah, we'll go definitely Tuesday and Wednesday will be our heavy days. We're not ready yet to pull into a full game week routine practice, so we'll be extended practice on Tuesday and Wednesday, getting our time in. Thursday we'll pull back just a little bit and do our class on the grass and extended meetings. And then Friday, we'll actually get back out on the field, and we'll get on them pretty good, because of Saturday will be a mock game and it'll go probably an hour, hour and 15 minutes. We'll put them in a lot of situational stuff. It will not be a live day, but it'll be a mock. It'll be we'll do some simulating of a lot of different scenarios that can happen during the course of a game. We'll simulate from the hog walk all the way through. I mean, we've got to be able to do the whole thing. I don't want September 1 to be the first time these players have seen and gone through this routine. So that'll be our focus for Saturday. So in order to do that, we've got to have a really good, tough practice Friday night. So we'll do that, and then we'll roll back in here Sunday and start our Sunday night practice and get ready for game week.
Chad, I know there was a lot of stuff you guys posted on social media about Brenda Tracy talking to the team. I think it was Thursday night, I think. Mm-hmm. And it looks like you guys have kind of a long-term friendship. I mean, how'd that go? What do you think the players got out of that?
Well, I think, you talk to our players, and you're in the room. It was intense to hear her story, to watch our players' response, reaction, the conversations afterwards, just says a lot about our players and their ability. Their message is, what can we do? What can we do as a team? What can we do as a man? We're the next generation. What can we do? And it was very powerful talk, and very impactful. As a matter of fact, I heard today from some of the players as I have for the last couple of days, just saying, "Coach, thank you. That was great." And had a chance to meet with a lot of our parents as I came off the field, and our parents even thanking me. And again, football is just what we do. It's not who we are, and that's just one more way of coming in and teaching these young men that, when they finish playing for the Arkansas Razorbacks, we want them to be great husbands and great fathers and community members and leaders, and it's a well-roundedness that we're after.
Couple more. Do you want to name a starter by the end of the week, or would you be comfortable going into game week without a starter at least telling us about it?
Yeah, I would probably look to maybe toward if it's not the end of the week, it'd be the first of next week. We're going to go up there and evaluate and sit down and talk and kind of go back and look and visit and have discussions and see how this week goes. I really don't have I got to have it done by Friday at 2 o'clock. I haven't done that. So obviously we want to be able to get in there and get things going for our game week preparation, and so everybody to know. And I also want whoever we name to know that, look, this is just they may take the first snap, but somebody else may play too until we get we were actually out there and you see the crowd around, the officials out there, everything is live at that point. That's when we're going to really know. We've done everything we can possibly do to get to that point, and we're going to continue to push these guys through, and then we'll name someone hopefully pretty soon.
Last one, name.
How soon do you go into scout teams? And also that redshirt rule, I'm still unclear. Does that mean after the first 4 games you make a decision, or is that for any time all year? Yeah,
it's we'll go into scouts starting Tuesday. So we'll what we call split scout. That'll happen. Actually, that'll happen probably tonight. As a staff. We'll talk about that a little bit, and we'll start that Tuesday. But we'll still do a lot of good on good for Tuesday and Wednesday. We're not ready yet to go into straight game prep mode. We need to get some more live work and some more situational stuff. So we've got that Tuesday and Wednesday. And then as far as the redshirt rule, it's any 4. You can play them in the first one and in the final 3, or you can play them in the first one, the final 2, in a bowl game. It's any 4 games that you can play them in. So. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for covering the Razorbacks, and looking forward to getting this thing going.